to sell an empty house or a home that has furniture in it?
You know, and my reply to that was, if the home is already empty and you just don't see the vision, or it's just having a hard time selling maybe, there's nothing wrong with bringing in a professional stager as a consultant, because that just makes their job a little bit easier for placing that furniture because it's already empty and vacant. And we do have those on speed dial. Seriously, our company is really good at us telling Warren about our weekly sales meetings. We actually have local stagers come in and just talk to us and share their knowledge, and that's kind of how we're providing this to you guys as our audience. I would recommend a professional stager. Yeah. If your home is vacant. Now, there's some homes where you're just like, nah, it's not really worth it. You know, in this market, things are selling so quickly. Sometimes it's not worth it. And that's why we always need to consult before you do.
Yeah. And every property is different, too. So it really depends on the property.
And if your home is packed, though, with furniture, now that's where we go through what we kind of just talked about, the decluttering stage, and I do the walkthrough, and you'd ask me the questions, and usually I'm like, let's box this, let's put it away, do you need it, those type of things.
Yes.
What about pictures hanging on the wall? What would you suggest there?
As far as pictures go, so that's something I would say it's best to take them off the wall. And the reason being is because when home buyers go through your home and they see all these pictures of your family, subconsciously, it kind of makes them feel like they're intruding, and they kind of rush through and don't really take as much time in the home. And it does make it a little bit harder for them to imagine themselves living there.
What if it's a painting?
If it's a painting, that's something that it depends on the circumstance, because sometimes it can be like staging and make it look nicer, like decorations. But you just don't want to have too much.
Every painting's different.
Yeah, minimal's better.
It could be an art piece that you're like wild hair, but then it could be a time period to where it like fits in with that colonial style build, and it's in that sitting room.
It just depends.
And it just works for that room. Of course, leave that painting. And that's why the consultation is really important. And when you talk to us about your home's value, usually all of these subjects are brought up, and we're able to actually talk about it in person, which is really helpful for you and I.
I think it's so important to bring in somebody who really understands how to make a home just have that zing, because let's face it, we've been living there for so long that you just don't know how to make it, how other people even can look at it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right, so when is home staging the most beneficial? I would say it can be really beneficial when it's the kind of property where the buyers would have a hard time visualizing where things would go, or even I've seen. Remember that one time we had this? It was a mobile home in Sandy, and it sold so quickly, over asking. I had so many offers. Every buyer that walked in there was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." The house itself, without it was professionally staged. Without the staging, it was nothing special.
I think that was the moment.
The furniture was so cute.
I realized that your home being staged is worth it. In some cases. Okay,
absolutely.
Because this is a manufactured home we're talking about. Yeah. And honestly, the statistics, they tell you your home actually sells for more when it's professionally staged.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And when we say staging, like the rest of this talking about it, we think every seller should have their home staged, but that doesn't mean a professional coming in. A lot of that's just simply decluttering, buying some new linen and sprucing up your home, that type of thing.